Midweek rub time. Danny Frawley's here. Hello, Spud.
Great to be here, boys. Warrior's come loaded.
Have a look at the Warrior.
Yeah, he's come loaded.
Yes, he's got
about the Asada.
books open and iPads and all styles of
Been down
business
the
going
courts
on.
all day.
Smartphones.
Yeah.
Have a look at him, Spud.
He's sweating
This
over the
is
iPad.
right in
Glasses
his
are
hitting zone.
Fogged up.
Spud,
Yep.
you're a 5-time coach of Richmond.
Yeah.
And the last coach of that club that take him to a prelim final.
That's
Yes,
right. 2001.
In that time, you would have had a few players depart. How many of them was it their choice, Bud? No, I want the honest answer.
Not many, none.
That's not many, none.
How did you tell him? Spud?
Straight down. You'd walk in, Bill.
Yeah.
And you'd...
Have a joke?
no joke. Straight
No
to
pump,
the point.
no pump.
No, none of that. No joking, Bill. Just get straight on with it.
You'd say, oh, sorry, Coco, you're done.
There's only one way to say this.
Yeah.
You're not going to be a part of us next year. So,
Did any arc up?
Well, there's a few disappointed. There's a few hinges sort of go off the door now and again, and that's fair enough.
Yeah, of
They
course.
don't want to hear it. Did you like being told?
No.
Is he?
Well,
Yeah, how'd you
he
go,
had
Bill?
those big teeth and the long hair, and, mate, I looked at him, I said, okay, Gary, I'll move on. I'll finish up tonight.
Gary, Bill fought the good fight. Conversation went 45 seconds.
The whole A4 page of what I was going to say, how good I'd be.
I tell you what, I did a little bit of homework coming in here, JB.
Yes.
One of our very own's turning 50 tomorrow. And I've worked out, what's your middle name, Bill?
William.
William. Okay.
Not Mickey Roberts.
No.
He's turning 60.
Jason Hadfield Dunstall is turning 50 tomorrow.
50.
50, the
And
big
no
5-0.
mention of it to anyone.
Haven't
Well,
you
we
been
should-
invited to his...
No.
Well, we should.
Oh, hang
what
on,
what are we
don't
buying
mention
for his 50th? What are we buying?
Nothing.
A pig.
What about some roughage?
A roughage.
a few peanuts? Maybe.
Is he having a 50th?
Well,
Sorry, I
Chief
shouldn't
would have a
have mentioned
50th on his own. We know the way the Chief rolls. Up there, Eureka Towers, up there in the...
In the phone box out the front.
He'd be
He'll just
happy
get
that
a
way, wouldn't
big,
he?
large pizza.
Mate.
He'll roll it into a souvlaki and just, he'll snort that down and just wash it down with a big bottle of Coke. Actually, his head's morphed
Diet
into his
Coke.
body now, the Chief, isn't he? He was on 360
No doubt, mate.
last night.
No question.
He hosted the Fox
On
360.
360.
Hosted Fox Footy on
who
Saturday
How
night.
was he on 360?
Yeah.
Well,
He
Jared
did,
or Robbo?
he did the Twilight game over in Perth. He was on the couch. He was hosting 360 with Jared Waitley last night because Robbo's crook, and he's doing our show, The Bounce, tonight. They should just call it
Fox.
Chief's Channel.
Yeah, that's it.
Chief's Channel.
Actually, I don't think you were on when he actually went from the couch to the guest chair on,
Oh,
on the
yeah,
couch.
that was-
Well,
that was
you weren't on then, were you? What was your take of that?
Oh, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for him. He actually gave Jared and Mike the questions to ask himself.
Yeah.
He's-
Is he 8, Mike, yet?
Oh, not really. They've had to put extra springs in the seat. They've had to put Mike on another cushion too because Chief just morphs over the top of him, doesn't he?
You can't see Mike. You see a little hand or something come out behind him.
They've had to redo the springs on Chief's side, that's for sure.
What I've noticed on that, which is one of my favourites, Purple, on the couch.
Oh, you love it.
Is that Chief's starting to take over a few of the hosting duties from Jared. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
yeah.
Like Jared's just steering it around beautifully, which he does.
Yeah.
You know, talking about all Australian and maybe moving that into umpiring, and then the Chief will suddenly start talking about Fremantle's last quarter down at Skilled Stadium. I'm like, hang on, Chief. Jared hasn't taken it there yet.
How does Jared go
well,
with
I
that?
don't know that he wouldn't be too happy.
No.
I'm going to have to
You
ring
would've-
Jared about that.
You would imagine he wouldn't be too happy, Bill.
Yeah, Chief. Wonder if he's been told from higher above to you take control of this and you're our next man. You're the head of Foxtel. Oh, Christ.
I like the way the Chief sits
Channel
there too,
Chief.
doesn't he? They've got to put the camera up a little bit because the camel's toe down below.
mate.
No,
You couldn't have
he's got to put his legs together.
Yeah.
I've told him that.
Have you?
It's not a good look.
No, it isn't.
It's not a good look at
loose
all.
knuckle. Nothing attached to him's a good look. But let's be honest.
But what about the Crows? Brenton Sanderson, what's he carrying on about, Damo?
No,
How
I
can he-
didn't get that.
Just for tell the listeners
yeah.
what it is.
You're referring to his post-match...
Well, pre and post.
was it
Yeah.
pre
He had
as
a
well,
great
was it?
pre
I
as
wasn't
well.
aware of the
He
pre.
put it on the agenda. I was there. He put it on the
Okay.
agenda. He didn't get
about
asked
the
about
heat,
it.
the 24-degree heat, referring to it being an August afternoon in Brisbane where it was 24 degrees. So I didn't get it, particularly when you win by 100 points and you've got a very crucial game coming out up. And I know he actually prefaced it by saying, I don't want my players to hear me saying this or even talking about this, but it puts it into their psyche, doesn't it? On a week where, they've had a good win and they're still very much alive.
6-day break he pointed to as well. I thought it was very weird. 24 degrees is hardly 35 degrees. You're not doing what Chief did and going and finding some shade.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting you say the
95.
Chief. The Chief actually had a clip at Sando on the couch on Monday night, and yet the Chief was the first one to put them under the
Knocked him under the light
under
tower.
the light tower.
Oh, come on,
The
Chief.
Chief, he's losing his memory in his old age.
Chief.
50 tomorrow.
I think you need to get him on the radio tomorrow. What will we buy him, Higo? I think
some climbing equipment.
I reckon the listeners should get a few ideas for the Chief's 50th tomorrow.
Take him to the National Forest and
No, Jim.
amongst the foliage
No,
for an hour
Jim.
or two.
We need the Foss.
Let him run free.
We need the Foss to run us
See
through.
if he can find anything in there.
The last time he played golf with the Chief.
Winter berries. all the fossils.
Musk.
The
bit of
Force
roughage.
can get a good half hour out of him if you get him nicely wound up. I didn't realise he was turning 50. I think himself, the great Dermot Brereton, is also not long away from 50.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be right.
You'd got to wonder if they're at each other's parties.
Well, I think Dermot, isn't
Not
he got
tight.
the opening of his big nightclub tonight?
Fog.
yeah, Fog. Yes, it is.
Even I got an invite.
You going to go?
You
Well,
go along, Spud?
Anita had one look at it. Yeah, you should go. I said, it's a nightclub, Fog. Oh, you won't be going.
She's still ruling the roost?
Oh, what do you think, Bill? Don't ask a question you know the
I
answer
do
to,
know
Bill.
the answer.
What
I thought
do
you
you
just
think?
might have stuck out for a couple of frobbies.
No,
Got the
no.
cab home at about 3 a.m. Spud and
that
wander
won't-
in.
That won't be happening, Bill.
That's you, Bill.